Hi guys, this is Dr. Fajana. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Like always, it's such an honor to connect with you. Today, I want to talk about how to add more consciousness in your life. How to add more consciousness in your life. The goal is to be the consciousness that watches the programming. You want to be the consciousness that watches the programming. Okay? You don't want to be that person who just reacts to life, to react to the environment, to whatever is happening in the environment. You don't want to be that person, right? You want to know what kind of thoughts you're having, how do you behave, what kind of emotions you're feeling. You don't want to start following a program that's been etched in our memory, right? Through social media, through our childhood programming, our upbringing, what we saw our parents to do. So the goal is to be that consciousness that actually watches the programming and doesn't become part of that programming, right? Our own programming. Everyone has that own programming. And you don't want to be basically a robot to that programming. You want to be the one that watches it, right? And doesn't get swayed by it, okay? And why do you want to do that? Why do you want to become consciousness? When you become consciousness, you allow for more greatness into your life. I'll say that again. When you become the consciousness, when you become that conscious energy, you allow more greatness into your life. You start creating more, right? You attract more abundance in your life. So how do you do that? How do you get there? So number one, you want to identify and ask yourself, what negative emotions or thoughts are guiding the programming? What negative emotions or thoughts are guiding the programming? So that program that I just talked about, what's guiding it? What's underlying it? Is it fear? Is it pain? Is it insecurity? Clearly identify it, right? So as you're thinking about your life, or if you're replaying something and it's happening unconsciously, right? Subconsciously, it's just la 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 la, and it's just nonstop. What are those negative emotions, right, associated with that thinking? What's going on there? Number two, identify your fears clearly, right? That keep you from your abundance, right? So is it my loved ones are going to get mad at me if I do this for myself? I need to prioritize my kids and I really can't do this for myself. Right? Identify your fears clearly that keep you from more abundance. So you want to dig deeper. Next, meditate. Meditate. Because when you meditate, you're slowing down those brain waves. You're in that you're inviting more stillness into your life, right? When you're learning yourself. You're creating that space for more consciousness when you meditate regularly. And getting yourself into those elevated states. Next, once you meditate and get into those elevated states, what I mean by elevated states is, okay, what does inspiration feel like? What does love feel like? What does trust feel like? Really feeling those elevated states. And then sustaining those elevated states of powerfulness throughout your day. When you do, and all of us go through this, we go through those waves where we go back into our old patterns, right? And it's like, it happens sometimes right when we're about to go to sleep or as soon as we wake up. How do you get yourself into that? How do you sustain those elevated states of powerfulness? So a quick technique: hello love, hello inspiration, hello abundance, hello strength. That helps just realign you very quickly, which I've talked about in the past. Next, replay your greatness to be in a state of consciousness. Replay your greatness. Replay your abilities, right? Remember, that subconscious mind that will replay those horrible things that happen in your life and what didn't go right and what's not going right in your loved ones' lives or your life at the moment, or just things from like 10 years ago or 30 years ago, whatever the case is. Again, what you want to do is, whoa, wait a second, programming. I'm the consciousness. I'm going to actually replay the greatness in my life. I'm going to replay my abilities in my life, the things that I've accomplished and how I've accomplished. So get very, very, dig deep and figure out what are those abilities that led you to those the great work you've done in your life, or the accomplishments, or how you persevered. What did you do? Really, really go there and say, wait, I actually persisted. Even though this person said, no, I persisted. I actually sent that email. I developed confidence to send that email and follow up on that email. Whatever it is, clearly replay those abilities and your greatness. And last, replay your blessings. Replay your blessings. When you replay your blessings, what happens is not only are you just working on your mind, you're also working on your body, because you're keeping an open heart. Your heart is more open because it's just filled with so much, all the blessings in your life, right? You don't even have to scroll through your phone and look at your camera roll and look at like the memories you've made, the adventures you went on, a picture of your pictures of your children, and those little funny moments, and think about those blessings. And it keeps your heart open, and your heart doesn't close throughout the day as you're going about your day, because you're full of greatness, you're full of blessings, you're full of love and kindness and strength. So when life unfolds, it's not personal, and you just go about your day and you stay in that state of consciousness. Okay, you stay in that state of consciousness. Okay, next, what should your behavior look like? Your behavior should look like you don't want to respond. Basically, you don't want to respond in your old ways, right? You want to get out of your old patterns of overreacting. So respond differently to old triggers. Respond differently to people, loved ones, right, when they're not at their best state. Don't overreact. Do what is best for you. And ask yourself this very important question. What works for me? And make decisions. You are allowed to change your mind, right? You can balance things and say, okay, I can do this, but only for this amount of hours, right? You're not obligated to stay anywhere longer than you need to stay, or do anything longer than you need to do. And next, don't replay your past, right? A lot of us just wake up and just replay those dark imaginings in our life, right? Just, and it's, right? Again, it's the unconscious, our unconscious behaviors, right? You really want to look at that and say, wait a second, I'm not going to replay the past. Why should I? Why? Right? That moment already passed. I don't want any of that inside of me. And then continue about your day. Right? So again, hello love, hello kindness, hello inspiration, hello strength, hello vitality, and just move on. Right? Breathe in, breathe out. All right, friends, I hope this was helpful. I'll see you soon. Take care of yourself.